Hey there, how are you doing? Hoje estamos lançando o nosso terceiro vídeo da nossa Self-Assessment Week. Self-Assessment Week, uma semana de autoavaliação, onde você terá acesso a vídeos gratuitos, ou melhor, a aulas gratuitas dos níveis A1, A2 e B1. E hoje estamos lançando o primeiro vídeo do nível A2, A2 parte 1. Lembrando que nós temos na nossa descrição aqui do vídeo o link do Telegram. Lá no Telegram você irá encontrar exercícios, atividades para você desenvolver, expandir o seu conhecimento, reforçar o que foi visto ao longo do vídeo. Lembrando que você pode pausar o vídeo, tomar nota, reforçar alguns pontos. Então tem essa flexibilidade também ao longo das nossas aulas na semana do Self-Assessment Week. No sábado, o último dia de Self-Assessment Week, nós teremos um encontro com professores, com grandes profissionais de ensino de língua inglesa que irão encontrar você num canal do Zoom, ou seja, num link do Zoom. Nós vamos ter um encontro onde você terá ali um feedback preciso, personalizado, do ponto onde você está agora, para que você possa trilhar o seu caminho de estudo, para que você saiba qual a sua classificação. Porém, esta análise ao longo dessa semana é muito importante, que você observe e diga, eu sou no nível A1, ou agora estou começando o vídeo hoje, né, do nível A2, eu sou no nível A2, ou nível B1. Então, a sua autoavaliação é muito importante. Então, não se esqueça de se inscrever aqui, se juntar ao nosso grupo do Telegram, do Self-Assessment, para fazer exercícios e também para receber o link para o sábado, ok? So, let's get started. Vamos começar nossa aula de hoje. Self-Assessment Week, A2 level. So, video number 1. Our classes will be in English. So, we are going to speak less Portuguese and more English. So, level A2, we expect students to understand English more easily than A1 students. But if you are A1 students, keep watching, okay? If you feel that you have some difficulties, don't worry, okay? Percebeu que está um pouco difícil? Não se preocupa, continue aqui no vídeo com a gente, continue assistindo, because the more contact with the language, the better it is. Quanto mais contato com o idioma, melhor é. Okay, so let's continue. So, I was checking my books here. I was checking my bookshelf and I found my favorite books. Yes. So my favorite book is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. And we have here Paul Auster's book. I love this book. These two books are my favorite. What about you? Do you enjoy reading books? So, do you enjoy reading books? I enjoy reading all kinds of books, especially novels. What about you? What about you? What about you? And you. So here we have the verb enjoy. Enjoy means like. It's the same. I enjoy, I like. But when I use like, I like, and here I have read. Like and read. When we have two verbs, we use to in the middle. I like, read. I like to read. Like dance, I like to dance. Like drive, how do you say that? I like to drive. Very good. Sing, like sing. I like to sing. So when you have two verbs, we use to in the middle. I like to read all kinds of books, or I enjoy reading all kinds of books. But enjoy is a verb. Why we don't use to? Por que a gente não põe o to ali? Because enjoy is a special verb. Yeah, we are going to call it special verb. So enjoy doesn't accept to, okay? O enjoy não aceita o to ali. So we need to add ing. Nós vamos adicionar ing at the end of the next verb, no final do próximo verbo. So, I like to read, gosto de ler. I enjoy reading, gosto de ler. It's the same. You don't translate as lendo. No. I enjoy reading, gosto de ler. So, enjoy doesn't accept to, okay? So we use ing. It's a special verb. I enjoy reading all kinds of books. Gosto de ler todos os tipos de livro. I like to read all kinds of books. Gosto de ler todos os tipos de livro. So is enjoy the only special verb? No, we have other special verbs like avoid. Avoid drinking. Eu evito tomar café. I avoid drinking coffee at night. I recommend reading Jane Austen. Okay, I recommend reading Jane Austen. Remember, recomendo ler, eu evito tomar, right? I suggest buying an A2 level book in English. I keep buying books online. I continue buying books online. Keep buying, keep walking, yeah? So ing after them. So here we have the special verbs, avoid, recommend, suggest, and keep. So we use ing. And if you want to know, so enjoy, avoid, recommend, suggest, and keep, they are special verbs. We use ing after them. And if you want to know the number of books that I read last year, how would you ask me that? How many books did you read last year? That's it. So how many books did you read last year? So here we have the verb read. I read just 4. I bought 8 books last year, but I read just 4. So the pronunciation here is read, okay? Like the color red. So I read, the past of read is read. The past of buy is bought. So here we have the past of the verb. So you know already how to answer this question. Is this question the future, past, or present? In the past, right? So here we have the word did you, did you, did you, did you, did you read? How many books did you read last year? And then we are talking about the past. So this is true, I bought 8 books, but I read just 4. And if you ask me, which book are you going to read next? Which book are you going to read next? So are you going to read? It's present, past, or future? Future. It's which book are you going to? We have the verb to be, going to. Which book are you going to read next? I'm going to read Muhammad Yunus' autobiography. So this is my plan for the future. I'm going to, or I'm gonna read Muhammad Yunus' autobiography. Okay, good. So here we're talking about past, future, and talking about books, right? My favorite books. And now I'm going to, actually, I plan to read Muhammad Yunus' autobiography. Okay, so Muhammad Yunus, yeah? So who is Muhammad Yunus? Muhammad Yunus is a very important man. And now you're going to get to know more about him. I have 2 questions for you. So I'm going to play one audio, okay? You're going to listen to an audio about Muhammad Yunus. You're going to listen and answer these 2 questions. But attention, you're going to listen and pay attention to specific information. Specific information. What is the specific information? Where? Where was he born? Where was he born? And so China, Italy, England, where was he born? And when did he return home? Mr. Muhammad Yunus, Dr. Muhammad Yunus, he traveled to another country. And when did he return home? When did he return to his country? So you're going to listen to this audio, listen and answer these 2 questions, okay? Let's do it.
Dr. Muhammad Yunus, a banker and economist, was born in Bangladesh in 1940. he studied economics at Dhaka University in Bangladesh. He taught for a few years and then went to the United States to continue his studies. He returned home to Bangladesh in 1972 and started teaching again.
Well, don't worry if you didn't understand everything, right? So you have to focus, you have to concentrate on specific information. So where was he born? Bangladesh. He was born in Bangladesh. That's it. And when did he return home? He returned home in 1972. That's right. So let's get to know Mr. Muhammad Yunus a little more, okay? We have here, who did Mr. Yunus help? He helped somebody. Who did he help? And how did he help them? How? So who he helped some people. Who did he help? So he helped some people. Who? And how? In which way? How did he help them? Listen and answer. Take notes, okay? Let's do it.
One day in 1976, Yunus visited a poor village in his home country. There, he met some women who wanted to make furniture, but they didn't have enough money. He decided to help them and gave them $27 of his own money. They made and sold the furniture, made a profit, and then returned the money to Dr. Yunus. At that point, he saw how very little money could help a lot. He decided to help poor people. A bank loaned him the money.
Okay, so now, who did he help? Remember that here we are playing the audio just once, so don't worry, because in regular class we played the audio twice, right? Maybe 3 times tops, maximum 3 times. So, but here it's an assessment class. So who did Mr. Yunus help? He helped some women, and they wanted to make furniture, table, chairs, cabinets. And how did he help them? He gave them $27 of his own money. That's it. Dr. Muhammad Yunus is a very famous man, and he helped many people. In 1983, he started the Grameen Bank, and the Grameen loans money to poor people. The Grameen Bank loans money to poor people. Loans, empresta, loans money, right, to poor people. He received the 2006 Nobel Peace Prize for their work with the poor, and 97% of their customers were women. So his story is very interesting. So this is my next book I'm going to read. This is the book I'm going to read next. Okay? Now, here we have this sentence. He helped some women. The women wanted to make furniture. What piece of information is repeated in this sentence? The women, the women. So to avoid repeating the word women, we are going to substitute, right, women for a word who. Now we have a very beautiful sentence. He helped some women who wanted to make furniture. So this is long strategy of language. So he helped some women who wanted to make furniture. So it sounds more sophisticated, right? It's more A2 level, but you can also use that. He helped some women that wanted to make furniture. Okay, now let's read the next sentence. In 1983, he started the Grameen Bank. The Grameen Bank loans money to poor people. What piece of information is repeated? The Grameen Bank. So now, in the first sentence here, we talked about women. We talked about people. In the second sentence, we we are not talking about people. We are talking about a bank, something. So if you talk about a book, a bank, it's when it's not a person, we use the word which. In 1983, he started a Grameen Bank, which loans money to poor people. And you can also use that, okay? So to summarize, for people, we use who or that. And for objects, things, banks, in this case, we use which or that. This is Dr. Muhammad Yunus, yes, a man that I personally admire, and he's the banker to the poor, right? He's a banker to the poor. And he says, conventional banks looks for the rich, we look for the absolutely poor. Dr. Muhammad Yunus. So this is our A2 class today, right? Remember, you can go back and forth, you can check this video, you can pause and you can study. Remember to like, thumbs up in our video and subscribe, share this video with other people, make comments here. We are going to leave some questions in the comment section. We're going to leave some questions for you so you can answer, like what kind of books do you enjoy reading? What do you avoid drinking at night? Tell us, please. And then, what kind of books do you enjoy reading? And what do you avoid drinking, or what do you avoid doing at night before going to bed? And what books are you going to read next? How many books did you read last year? Answer these questions in the comment sections, okay? And on Telegram, you will find activities for you to practice more and more. Okay? Take care. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow.